So, you're thinking about getting an economics PhD? That's awesome. Okay, let's jump right in and explore how this one very demanding degree can unlock some truly remarkable and seriously influential career doors.
But let's be real, there's always that one big question that kind of hangs in the air, right? After all those years of grinding, all that intense study, what is actually waiting for you at the finish line? What's the real payoff?
Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to break down what that return on investment really looks like. We're going to find out what makes this huge commitment of your time and your energy so uniquely valuable. Okay, first thing you have to understand is this. An economics PhD isn't about memorizing a bunch of dusty old theories. It goes way deeper than that. The best way to think about it is that you're forging a special, high-powered toolkit for solving incredibly complex problems. And this right here, this is the crucial point. The program doesn't just teach you what to think, it fundamentally reshapes how you think. It's all about learning a completely new way to look at the world and all its messy challenges. So let's pull out one of the most powerful tools in that toolkit, economics. Now I know, it sounds super complicated, but it's really just the art and science of using data to find real, concrete answers to the big why and how questions. You basically go from just guessing to making decisions based on cold, hard evidence. And this is the process they drill into you. You learn to take a huge, tangled problem, break it down into manageable pieces, analyze it with rigorous data and models, and at the end of it all, find a real solution. It gives you the power to build something totally new, based on nothing but logic and proof.
But these skills aren't just technical, you know? They elevate you. You become an expert, a thought leader. Your opinion starts to carry real weight in the rooms where the big decisions get made, whether that's shaping national policy or defining a company's entire strategy.
So you've got the toolkit, you've got the new mindset. Now, what doors does that actually open? Well, this training leads to some incredible career paths, stretching from the traditional university campus all the way to the cutting edge of AI. Just look at the sheer scope of who's hiring. Sure, you've got universities and think tanks, the classic path. But then you have the institutions that basically run the global economy. We're talking the World Bank, the Federal Reserve, the IMF. They all rely on top-tier economists just to function. And then there's the tech world. Giants like Google and Amazon are actively hunting for people with an economics PhD. You might be wondering, why? Well, they need experts to design their huge online marketplaces, to perfect surge pricing models for companies like Uber, or to really understand the subtle incentives that drive user behavior. It's this fascinating mix of deep data and human psychology. Okay, so let's get even more specific. What do these jobs actually look like, day to day? Let's look at both the public and private sectors. In the public sector, you're not just crunching numbers in a back room, you are at the absolute heart of major decisions. You could be helping a central bank set interest rates, advising the government on tax policy, or even leading huge projects to reduce poverty around the world. The potential for impact is just enormous. Now, over in the private sector, the opportunities are just as powerful. In finance, you could be a quant, building these incredibly sophisticated models to try and predict what the market will do next. In tech, you're a data scientist using something called causal inference to figure out why users do what they do, not just what they do. And in consulting, you're the expert they call in to solve the company's biggest, most complex strategic problems. Okay, so we've talked about the skills, we've talked about the amazing opportunities. Now it's time to take a breath and turn the question back to you. Because this path is long and it's really challenging, is it actually the right one for you? So let's start with a really honest question. Really think about it. Do you genuinely love the process of deep research? Does the idea of digging into a massive data set for hours or even days just to find one little answer, does that actually sound exciting to you? So here's a simple way to frame it. If you're someone who loves that deep research and you really want to have a direct impact on policy or business strategy, then yeah, this path could be a fantastic fit. But if your main goal is just to get a job as quickly as possible, or if the idea of several years of intense, super focused study just doesn't sound appealing, then it's definitely worth thinking twice. There might be a better path for you. Because when you get right down to it, an economics PhD is about more than a title. It's about more than a salary. It's about being given this powerful set of tools to understand, and more importantly, to actually help solve some of the most complex and pressing problems facing our world. We all know the problems are out there. The real question is, after seeing what this journey really is,
Are you ready to take on the challenge of being one of the people who helps solve them?